Disagreements between Kyiv and Warsaw have been resolved. Ukraine and Poland agreed to find a joint solution to the controversial issue of exporting Ukrainian agricultural products.
The two sides reaffirmed the close and constructive relations they have demonstrated on many occasions and agreed to work out a way forward on export cooperation in the near future. Further talks will take place in the coming days to discuss issues prepared by both sides. The Polish side will also study Ukraine's export plan and prepare its proposals, from the message on the website of the Ministry of Agrarian Policy and Food of Ukraine.
The plan presented by Ukraine will consist of several components. European Commission spokesperson Miriam Garcia Ferrer said that Kyiv was ready to share information on the export of 4 types of products that are at the center of the trade dispute, conduct information campaigns for Ukrainian exporters about the specifics of the market of neighboring countries, and provide data on the destinations of exported products. The most important component of the plan is a verification and authorization mechanism, a sort of export license system.
Licenses will be applied, and these licenses will provide complete predictability for the Polish side of what volume and what crop Ukraine would like to sell to Poland. That is, every supplier who wants to sell a certain volume will contact the Ministry of Economy. The Ministry of Economy will contact the Polish authorities and say that there is such a supplier who wants to supply to Poland. And if a farmer or processor proves to their government that it cannot live without this Ukrainian grain, then Poland will give its permission for the import.
If there is an alternative, that is, there is an opportunity to buy Polish grain, says Horbachev, then this is probably what the Polish authorities will do. At the same time, the transit of agricultural products that pass through the territory of Poland will continue. It is important to understand that Poland has never been a target market for Ukrainian grain. About 10% of exports pass through its territory in transit, said the Minister of Agricultural Policy and Food of Ukraine, Mykola Solsky. Therefore, the reasons for the conflict between Kyiv and Warsaw should be sought not so much on the economic as on the political level. Before the elections in Poland and Slovakia, some candidates are trying to speculate on the topic of importing Ukrainian agricultural products.
Here there was such an overlap of factors, both economic and political. Yes, the election campaign and election that will soon take place in Poland and Slovakia, respectively, we see the intensity of patience. There are those who dramatize the situation, try to make mountains out of molehills, and even call it a trade war. I hasten to disappoint, the situation is far from trade wars, to put it mildly. Parties fight for their voters. When parties try to force the voter to make this or that decision with sharp critical remarks.
Ultimately, the dispute between Ukraine and Poland can only benefit the Kremlin, say political scientists. After all, in this way, Moscow can try to strengthen anti-Ukrainian sentiments in Poland and anti-Polish sentiments in Ukraine. In addition, Russia has long turned Ukraine into a weapon, creating a food crisis in Africa and shelling Ukrainian granaries and port infrastructure. But it was not possible to play on the disagreements between Kyiv and Warsaw.
Ukraine and Poland are strategic allies with common interests, goals and values. Both countries need each other. The grain crisis in relations between Kyiv and Warsaw was caused not by the hostile intentions of the parties, but by an objective circumstance, the Russian blockade of Ukrainian seaports. From a message by the Center for Strategic Communication on Telegram.
Sooner or later, Ukraine will become a member of the European Union, and then neither temporary embargoes nor the system of export licenses will be able to stop the supply of Ukrainian wheat, corn and vegetable oil. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Valeria Nekipelova, UATV News.